Hi everyone, it's great to see you. Today I'm going to be working with the Coleus that I grew this winter from seed. I'm so proud of all of these little babies. Now, I started them in Jiffy pods, which I recorded for you. So you saw me plant those seeds originally, and I've actually already done some potting up for them. So, after about a month, I transferred them to these growing trays here. They did great, and I had seeded in 2 different time slots. So those that were biggest in those, I have already potted up to my 4-inch pots. And now the next batch is ready to be potted up to those 4-inch pots also, and they are just looking fabulous. Now, Coleus love warm weather, so you really don't want to put them outside until it's about 50 degrees at night for the cold end of that. And it is not yet 50 degrees every night here, so they're staying inside probably another 2 weeks. But I want to keep them going nice and strong. So there's a few tips here that I'm going to give you that you can use for the Coleus that maybe you've grown from seed, or even Coleus that you pick up in the nursery. So as you're walking around nurseries, you might see a beautiful Coleus like this and you're like, I want to bring that back. So here are a couple things you want to consider. This Coleus has put on some really, really good growth. And when your Coleus start to get taller, it's a great time to pinch them off so you have a bushier plant. This is really going up in height here, and I want a real full plant. Now you can pinch them any time, really. So these littler guys here, I can pinch them now, that's fine. But definitely your taller ones, even throughout the summer when I'm walking around my yard, I'll walk around and I'll just come to a plant. And you want to go and pinch, break your stem off here above where there are little other branches going out to the side. So I'm going to come right here and break that right off. So here I have some nice little side shoots. These side shoots are now going to get stronger and grow out side to side, and I'll have that bushier plant. I didn't hurt this one at all. Now, if you're like me and you waited quite a while, this is a beautiful piece. You don't want to throw that away. So you can just pluck off the leaves on the bottom until you have a few leaves at the top. Now I have a stem and a few leaves at the top, and I tend to take my nail and sort of scratch along it, but you don't even have to do that. If I scratch along it, I take sort of this outer covering off the stem. And then I am going to actually plant this right in either the ground outside, if it's nice and warm. I just dig a little hole with my finger, put it right in. Or, like today, I can put this in a new little pot. It will root right along the stem here. And actually, Coleus are really easy to root that way. So anytime I go through pinching and I see that it's a big enough piece, I'm going to save it because I just made myself a new Coleus. The other thing that can happen with your Coleus is they can start to go to seed. So this Coleus, here it is, it's just a baby, it's only been growing a short time, has sent up a little flower stalk. So you have a choice when you see these. Hummingbirds do love the flowers of Coleus. However, once your Coleus has flowered, generally the leaves start not doing as well. A lot of varieties will not flower until fall. So you don't even have to worry about it. But if you have a variety that blooms earlier than you think it should, all you do is you come right to the bottom of where those flowers are and pluck it right off. And that will keep your foliage going stronger. Now, some of the Coleus varieties out there, I'm thinking the Proven Winners Coleus, they're bred so that they have a much later bloom time to sort of save you from these garden chores. But I find it very relaxing to walk around and find one that, oh, this is looking great, but I'm gonna pinch it off, make another one, plant this little part, and then I check on it in a couple days and it looks really good. It's just a fun thing to do. It grooms your plants nicely. When I'm outside, I will also walk around, and sometimes they tend to shed leaves in the bottom, and you can just pluck those off. If you have one that's gotten damaged from the weather, grooming your Coleus to keep them looking nice is an important thing too. So I'm going to pot these up There are 149 Coleus plants here that I have grown, and actually here's 2 more, so 151 that I will be planting outside. It's going to be so much fun. As I pot them up though, I'll show it to you how it looks at the end. So I am back. Believe it or not, I used up all the dirt in the pots that I had, and I still haven't finished planting them all, but at least I got a good start today. This particular bunch of Coleus in front of me are all ones that I just broke off the top of other Coleus. So here I have created 12 more beautiful little Coleus plants, and I'm of course watering them in really well now, but don't they look happy? And these over here were transplanted up from the smaller pots, so they'll have a little more space, and I'll need to get this done for the others. With Coleus, not only do they like the warm temperatures, but they like a good watering, and then they like to, I wouldn't say completely dry out, but you don't want to like keep them super moist all the time. Let them have a day. I tend to water every other day with these, and that seems to be fine. I keep a tray underneath so that I can water from the bottom. I'm watering from the top at the moment because I just planted them up and I did not moisten my potting soil before doing that, so I do water from the top now. And then I'll switch to every other day, just pouring some water in the bottom here and letting it absorb from underneath. But boy, these are looking great. So just an update on how they're doing. Hope that you are having a wonderful time in your garden. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.